What is up, everybody? This is Atticus the Death Meddler, and since the 3 weeks it has been released, Logan has become an instant classic. It is probably one of the best superhero films that I have ever came across, and a good farewell to Hugh Jackman, who is the man, the actor, who is the one that actually brought Logan or Wolverine into light. And this was probably, in my opinion, the best Wolverine role that Hugh Jackman has ever done, and his last role is playing Wolverine. And I gotta say, it is probably one of the most badass superhero films I've ever come across, and not to mention, it gained 92% on Rotten Tomatoes. So clearly, there has been a lot of positive response on Logan. But to some people, they really don't like Logan. And the people who don't like Logan are, of course, the nut jobs off of InfoWars. Now, don't get me wrong here, I actually do look at InfoWars for information, mostly just due to Paul Joseph Watson, and I usually look at Alex Jones as just comedic relief, because, face it, the guy is a fucking riot. But this isn't me going after Paul Joseph Watson or Alex Jones. This is me coming after one of the guys that works at InfoWars, who is a reporter by the name of Joe Biggs. Now, Joe Biggs made a recent video off of InfoWars saying that Logan is an anti-Trump video. Now, watch this video right here.
That same BS. Hollywood. Brand new movie out called Logan, starring Hugh Jackman. It's the last movie about Wolverine. And in this movie, the bad guy's name is Donald. And it's about a bunch of little illegal kids, and they're illegal because in the year 2026, it's illegal to be a mutant. And these little illegal kids just escaped this horrible military compound in Juarez, Mexico. And they finally get away from the bad guys who run that medical facility and that military facility, and they get to America. And Donald's there, and he's running around trying to chase him and kill him and snatch him up and do tests to him with this huge militarized police force. And they just want to get to Canada because that's where Trudeau is, and it's the safest place to be. Oh my God, the propaganda, the subliminal messaging in the media, in the movies right now is through the roof, and people are falling for it hook, line, and sinker.
Okay, first off, I just gotta say this, Joe Biggs. The fucking factor that you say that the main villain off of the movie Logan is named Donald because, Donald and Donald Trump, so therefore it's anti-Trump. I gotta say this, Donald Pierce, the villain in Logan, I'm sorry to say this, but is actually an established character. He is an established character before Donald Trump announced that he was going to be running for the presidency. And the fucking factor that you say that it's all about these mutant children running away from this evil, oppressive, military research facility and going to Canada, be all hands in hands with Justin Trudeau. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't like Justin Trudeau. I think he is like one of the biggest cucks ever. But the fact that it's like this anti-Trump sentiment, I'm not really big onto X-Men. I do love the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I enjoy the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but I'm not really invested in X-Men. But I do understand that mutants throughout the X-Men franchise have been used as, they've been persecuted, and they were used as, weapons for mass destruction and stuff. Just people that are that the governments use their powers for just for weapons and research and stuff. And that's what these kids were running away from. Not to mention that this movie started production in November 2013. The average comic book nerd would have more credibility than you, Joe Biggs. Hell, like my friends Skull Ripper 4900 and Blue Don't get me fucking started on Blue Magus, cause, oh boy, he is a comic book junkie. aside from everybody from Chris Ray Gun and Tyler Preston 20 making videos on this whole shabacle on InfoWars saying that Logan is an anti-Trump video, I will have to say this. I wouldn't blame InfoWars for making a video like that saying that Logan is an anti-Trump movie. I mean, like, let's face it here. A good chunk of the Hollywood elite, the Hollywood establishment, absolutely fucking despises Trump. This is no stranger that Hollywood fucking hates Trump to oblivion. I mean, listen, Shia LaBeouf went on to this humongous, like, cringy ass 4-year live stream of He Will Not Divide Us, but was turned down by 4chan. And I just gotta say, those were some delicious ass memes. And oh my god, it was hilarious.
You may not like it, but this is the face of white nationalism. Now with 8 grams of protein. This racism right fucking here is how we do it. Fucking lure. Fucking lure.
Not only Shia LaBeouf went on his anti-Trump rampage to get relevance and brownie points, I gotta point out Meryl Streep. Now, I know I'm very late on to Meryl Streep here, and I understand that Meryl Streep, she has quite the resume of playing a lot of roles, but I remembered during the Golden Globes when Meryl Streep made that speech, which was a passive-aggressive jab onto Donald Trump, and thinking she's on the moral high ground and stuff. But Meryl, wasn't it you when you gave a standing ovation to Roman Polanski when he won Best Director for The Pianist a while back? If you don't believe me, check this video out.
And the Oscar goes to Roman Polanski for The Pianist.
And the reason why I say Roman Polanski is because Roman Polanski, back in the day when he was buddies with Jack Nicholson, actually had a minor over at to Jack Nicholson's place. And Roman Polanski actually got her drunk and then forced himself on her. He is still currently in exile from the American authorities. So where's the fucking moral high ground, Meryl Streep? Where's the fucking moral high ground now? Not to mention that Elijah Wood, yes, Frodo Baggins himself, brought out information that there is a lot of Hollywood sex scandals involving child actors, along with, like, grown actors or even directors and producers preying on these child actors and actresses, which still unfortunately goes on, which thankfully Frodo himself actually blew the lid off of that. So good on you, Elijah. But seriously, like, this is not me, like, bashing the shit out of InfoWars. I mean, I do like InfoWars. I like Paul Joseph Watson, and I like Alex Jones there, even though he is a kooky-ass clown motherfucker. He is just absolute entertainment to me. But, like, InfoWars, they can get it right sometimes, but they're not really that perfect. And in Joe Biggs' case, he needs to do fucking research. He's a fucking moron. The average comic book nerd has a lot more credibility on talking about Logan than you do. So, Joe, do some fucking research before you actually make a claim onto videos, for Christ's sake. I mean, InfoWars has done an article and where they say they stumbled upon a Brujeria shirts at a Walmart and saying, oh, Brujeria is infamous for making, like, mass immigration and anti-Trump and, you know, anti-white lyrics and stuff, when a good chunk of all of Brujeria's members are actually from the UK, like Jeff Walker and Shane Embury and all that stuff. Like, it's not to be taken seriously. But then again, it's InfoWars we're talking about. Before I am done with this video, I like to give a shout out to a YouTuber that I've become friends with. I met her on this anti-SJW group. She goes by the name of Rage After Storm. Now, she kind of is like me, but with a vagina. But she is a very relatively new YouTuber, and I absolutely love and adore her content. And, you know, I had the absolute privilege into actually being friends with her. She is a lovely individual, really funny individual, and I absolutely love her content being a new YouTuber. And I'm very surprised that she has over 2K subscribers throughout her short career on YouTube. And I just gotta say, it's awesome. I am actually very amazed that she actually pulled off all these subscribers in a very short time. So if you have the time, please subscribe to her channel. She's a really wonderful individual, and I absolutely love her content, and I love her company. She's a absolute amazing friend. And another thing I like to bring out, I know this is the second time I'm addressing this, but I am over 1,905 subscribers, and I am almost onto my second milestone, reaching 2K subscribers. Make sure that you share my YouTube channel. Make sure you mention my YouTube channel. I know I don't ask that much, but if you could, it would be so awesome, and I would be undoubtedly grateful. And once I reach those 2K subscribers, I plan on doing something much more special. Like the last time when I did my 1K subscribers, I did a very special 3-part collab reaction. But this time, I'm going to do something very special. So stay tuned for that. And please share my channel around, share my Facebook, and just, you know, spread the word. And I would be absolutely grateful for all of your help. So, yep. And if, closing notes here, if you haven't seen Logan yet, I highly recommend that you check it out. It is probably, in my opinion, one of the best superhero films I have ever seen. Like, with The Dark Knight, Deadpool, The Avengers, Captain America. I absolutely love superhero films, but this one absolutely is just amazing. So, yep, there's that. Without further ado, ladies and gents, I am Atticus, a Death Metaler. Hope you like this video. Subscribe to my channel. Links are in the description below. Keep it metal. Have a wonderful day.